everyone. I hope you are doing good. I would like to present in this video about shuttle valve using in a hydraulic system. Let's see how shuttle valve works in a hydraulic circuit and how the shuttle valve is applied in the hydraulic system. Before going the hydraulic system of shuttle valve, I would like to recall the logic gates, because shuttle valve works based on the logic gates. We studied about the logic gates of AND gate, OR gate, NAND gate, NOR gate and OR gate, like that. So shuttle valve works under the logics of OR gate. Let's see how the shuttle valve works under the logic gate. Shuttle valve, otherwise called as an OR valve, because it's basically works under the function of OR logic. So what is the OR logic? OR logic. So OR logic has minimum of 2 inputs to produce a single output, while considering as an X, Y as an input and Z as an output. So we have 2 combinations because X and Y. So with this X and Y 2 inputs, we have 4 combinations. Like that, X and Y are deactivated and how the output will arrive. Like that, if X is enabled, input 1 is enabled and then input 2, Y is not enabled, disabled means what is the output of this logic? If X is deactivated, disabled and Y is activated, what is the output of this combination? Last one is, if both X and Y, both the inputs are enabled, what is the logic output of the OR gate? So we studied, if any one of the input enables means the OR logic will produce the output. This is the basic logic behind the OR logic. If both the inputs are deactivated means the output is deactivated. It's not enabled. If any one of the input like X or Y, any one of the input is activated means it will produce output. If both the inputs are activated also, it also gives the output. This is the basic logic of the OR gate. So based on this one only, we are going to work for the shuttle valve. So what is this shuttle valve? This is the ANSYS symbol of the shuttle valve. So shuttle valve has 2 check valves with a common float valve. This is our check valve number 1. This is check valve number 2. This line indicates the fluid supply line. This is input 1. This is input to second line. This is an output line. Okay. This 2 inputs gives the output. Based on this 2 input line, the output will be produced. Okay. Here in this input line, we using the check valve number 1. Input 2, we using the check valve number 2 with a common float. If a fluid enters, if a hydraulic fluid enters means the liquid enters, the fluid enters through this line means the float valve will float under the fluid. Okay. So if fluid is not supplied in the port 1, is like a 0. If fluid enters into the, is not entered into the port 2, it's considered as a 0. Means if both the inputs are not enabled means the output is 0. If fluid enters in the first input, if fluid not enters into the second input means, if fluid enters means what will happen means the fluid enters into this zone line, the fluid pushes the float valve towards the center and the float valve is here initially. So this check valve will closed inside the line, and the fluid flows through here, and here the fluid will segregated like outwards and also towards the input too. So due to the more pressure, this float valve again pushes to this check valve number 2. If here check valve number 2 means the check valve remains gone to this closed position. So fluid will not flow in this direction. So fluid only flow through these directions only. So this is the combination of this second logic. Okay. So when considered the third combination, it is vice versa. If input 1 is not activated, if input 2 is activated, means the fluid enters to this line, and it is reverse process. The fluid comes this way, and the float valve goes to the check valve number 1, and it will close, and then fluid will supply only through this line. So output is getting. This is vice versa of second logic. And then final one is fourth one. Fourth one is both the inputs are activated. If this input is activated, means the fluid pressure, here pressure P1, here pressure P2. Both the pressure are P1 and equal to P2. Both the pressures are equal, means the float valve floats in the center. So the fluid enters in this direction also, the fluid enters in this direction also. The fluid floats over the float valve and passes, and it will produce the output. This is the basic mechanisms carried out in the shuttle valve. This mechanism is based on this simple OR logic. Okay, let's see how the cylinder is basically actuated with this shuttle valve system. Let's consider as in a hydraulic system, we have a single actuator cylinder. So single acting cylinder is normally a spring return. We have only one inlet, one port. This port is act as an inlet and also outlet. Normally the fluid enters into this port, means the piston extracts. If the fluid not supplied, means due to the spring tension, the piston will retract. This is the basic mechanism carried out in the single acting cylinder. So with the help of single acting cylinder, I am going to perform how the shuttle valve is going to operate. This is the basic shuttle valve. This output line connected to the single acting cylinder. So these two input lines are connected to the direction control valves. I am going to use the 3/2 push button spring return direction control valve, because it has 3 ports. Port number 1, port number 2, port number 3. 3 ports, and then plus 2 positions. This square box indicates the position number 1. This square box indicates the position number 2. As like this input, the another input is also connected to the another 3/2 direction control valve. By using this direction control valve only, we are going to change the position of the actuator. So for this, we have to supply the fluid medium. This both the 3/2 DC valves going to supply by the fluid of hydraulic system. This is an hydraulic fluid system. This hydraulic fluid system is connected with a motor. Whenever we turn on the motor, the hydraulic pump will pumps the fluid towards this line. The fluid will supply in this direction also and then in this direction also with an equal amount of pressure P1, here pressure P2. When the fluid enters into this valve, here the port is closed, here also the port is closed. Whenever we press this push button, here I am going to press this push button with the spring return motion. The position of this position will be disengaged and this position will be engaged. Then this point will connected to this point and the fluid will flow through this line and it's towards this line. So the fluid will pass like this. Afterwards, what I already explained the mechanism of the shuttle valve. Here the fluid enters means the float valve which goes to the another end, the fluid will float here, the output will enable, the cylinder will, the cylinder's pistons will extracts. Here we placing the workpiece for punching operations. Punching operations means here we are going to punch the workpiece like that. The operation is has to carry out. So this is a simple mechanism. Like that here I am explaining only for the left side of this DCB, input of DCB. As like this DCB also enable. If you press this push button means the fluid also flows through this port. This position will disengage and this position will engage and this fluid will flows through this line and then also it will be actuated. So if you stop the fluid pressure means automatically the cylinder will retract through this spring mechanism. So this shuttle valve carries the fluid with the help of two direction control valve. Why we are using direction control valve or shuttle valve means because of the safety position. So laborers are working in a single hand within a single hand they are going to work and another hand they are using a mobile phone like that. So the unconsciously they are going in depth with some other activities. So it turns to a fault finding mechanism or accidental mechanism. To avoid the accidents mechanisms, we have to use the two hands for this fail safety system. So thank you for your watchable video. Thank you.